Today we're going to make Mandala Inspired Art. You should have a template. If you don't have a template, you could always make your own. Let me show you two examples that I created. The only thing I used to make this is the template, markers, and crayons. And here's a second one. So you kind of build it as you go. Repeated patterns, interesting shapes and designs. You can be as creative as you want to. If you can think it, you can make it. It is your masterpiece. So let's get started. I have my black marker. You do want to use black or any darker color. It just makes it stand out a little better. You can start anywhere and do any shape or design you want. Here are some examples of things you could do. But again, it's totally up to you. How about I start in this ring? Just gonna do some lines going down and maybe a crisscross. A line and then a crisscross. Another line and a crisscross. You decide what pattern you want to do. So go ahead and fill in one of your rings. Your ring does not have to have the same pattern all the way around. On this one, I decided, well, let me do 3 triangles and then 3 humps. 3 triangles and then 3 humps. So I'm just doing a line and then a crisscross. It is yours, so you create it how you want to. Did you see me mess up right there? I did, but I didn't let it bother me. I just kept on going. In fact, you may not have even noticed, but I messed up a lot on this one. Can you see any spots? Look right here. I had a pattern, yellow, orange, red. Yellow, orange, red. Here I messed up my pattern. There's 2 yellows side by side. I didn't let it bother me. I just kept on going. I messed up on this one too. When I was doing my polka dots, I got polka dot crazy. And right there, I added polka dots in that leaf when I was only adding them to the little pizza shape. But that's okay. I didn't let it bother me. I just kept right on going. I'm gonna do the same here. Be gentle with your markers. They last longer if we take care of them. One way to take care of them is not to push down too hard. Remember, you can be as creative as you want to be. Come up with your own designs. I've skipped ahead a little bit so you can see what I've added so far. Just keep working at it. Add layers and layers and layers. Different patterns and designs. You can see on this ring, I went around and did like little hills, and then I thought, well, let me add some just some little bitty marks in those hills. Sometimes it's little details like that that make it look even more amazing. On this ring, I've decided to add some leaves. So as you're working on it, you can rotate your paper. It'll make it a little easier to help you draw. How's yours looking? Sometimes I'm working on one layer and I decide, oh, well, let me go back down here. That would look cool with some dots. And I might add a little bit there. Then I might come back up here and start working again. And again, I'm kind of turning my paper as I make mine. A lot of people find making these relaxing. So they do it just for fun in their free time. That's just a way to calm down and relax. Maybe you're having a bad day. Just helps you calm down. You could keep adding to it and adding to it and adding to it. You could leave spaces like this. You could go ahead and fill in some areas with the black marker if you want to. But one of the last things that you want to do is outline each ring. So I'm going to take my marker, and you kind of lean your marker to the side because the side of your marker has more surface space and it will make your line bolder. You're just going to trace the rings. And that's one last thing that you can add to kind of make it pop before you add all the color. Again, move your paper around. You don't have to bend your wrist in all crazy ways. For the bigger circles, I kind of do it in chunks. I do it and pick up my paper and turn it. And I trace another chunk, pick up my paper and turn it. And trace another chunk. And finally this one. The last step, of course, is to color. I have one more ring to do here, but to color your mandala, again, use any colors you want to. I kind of stuck with some of the same colors and repeated them in every single layer in my two examples, but you can do whatever you would like. I also like to leave some white areas. Have fun. I think I'm ready. I think I'm happy with how it's looking. The final step is to add color. Now, depending on what materials you're using to make your mandala, you could color it in with paint, crayons, markers. Because I'm using a Sharpie, I'm just going ahead and color the rest in with crayons, but you use whatever materials your art teacher has provided. I cannot wait to see your mess.